Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Hi mate, how you going?
Yeah. You're looking slightly different today. For the listeners at home, Michael is gone, and instead the Grinch is here.
Yeah, it's the Grinch. It's the sad Grinch, the very tired Grinch actually. But
It does. Yeah, you do look a little bit depressed, a little bit down in the dumps. You got hands as well.
yeah, yeah. I'm the Grinch. This is what the Grinch's
Yeah.
hands look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's that's very true. I shouldn't have been surprised. Um, I guess my first question is: should I be worried? I mean, if I'm seeing the Grinch here, then I'm starting to click back through my year and work out what I might have done. Is there something that you're here to pull me up on?
Can I can I be frank with you?
Yeah.
There's a there's a lot of misinformation out there about the Grinch,
Uh
and
huh.
I'll be honest, a lot of it's true. But and this could be an age thing, but I'm done with stealing stuff, and I'm not here
Okay.
to tell anyone off or be a menace and ruin anyone's special Christmas day.
Yeah.
Just honestly, just to have a good time, guys, and shout out to my boy Santa. We've had this rivalry going for like literally millions of years. I
Uh huh.
think I don't
Uh huh.
know. When was Dr. Seuss invented?
That was at least 2 million BC. So yeah, you're around
Okay,
the mark.
all right, I was in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, we've had a rivalry, me and Santa, but I'm ready to let bygones be bygones, and let's join forces, Santa. Let's join it.
I mean, it does. To be fair, it does sound like he's got a pretty difficult job. He's got a lot of houses to service. I bet you he would love a second pair of hands or paws or however you self describe.
Co collaborator, okay,
A co
co
collaborator.
collaborator. I think there
Yeah,
is a bit of a risk here if we do join forces that he's going to get a lot of because he's more recognizable,
yeah.
to humans, I guess.
I
But
think you're playing yourself down a little bit there. I think a lot of people would recognize you just as much as Santa.
well, I mean, Jim Carrey's done a lot for my people. Honestly, he's done a lot.
Yeah,
He's brought us into the mainstream.
yeah.
So shout out to my boy Jim Carrey. I don't know why I
Jimmy
have this
C.
accent.
Yeah, but I guess are there efficiencies there as well? Because it seems like you shop at the same clothing stores, for instance. I bet you he's got a ton of outfits there that he's only wearing once a year. Maybe this is like a boyfriend and I want to say boyfriend situation where you could maybe share some clothes. See some other optimizations, not just in the workplace but in the home life.
Yeah, I mean, we don't shop for clothes because we have elves. So
Oh, that's custom, is it?
that's pretty obvious. But I
Okay.
would like a boyfriend because I am gay Grinch as well. Did I tell you that? I'm gay Grinch.
You didn't say that,
Yeah,
but congratulations on coming out.
yeah.
And I suppose, is there any distinguishing? Maybe this is prejudiced of me, but is there anything different between gay Grinch and what some might call normal Grinch?
Well, no, I don't think I don't. You know what? It's the 24th. No, I don't think there is. No,
Okay, so it's just the Grinch and the Grinch is gay, and that's
because
fine.
we look. I don't think of myself every day as the gay Grinch. I just think of myself as the Grinch, and I
You,
happen to be
you,
gay. So
to be fair to me, you did call yourself "I'm the gay Grinch," so that's potentially perhaps an area of confusion there. But I'm going to repeat back what a close friend of mine said when I came out. I don't care, and I hope you find that just as comforting as I did. So
I do. He sounds like a good guy.
let's
All
add
right,
some green to the pride flag.
I tell you what. I've been in this house, in Michael's house,
Mm-hmm.
for the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know his dog,
Yep.
Pepsi. She
Pepsi. Yep.
fucking
Famous.
hates me. She fucking hates me. Why do you keep looking at me like that? All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave you.
Okay, well, thanks for popping in, Gay
Please,
Grinch, or just Grinch
please.
to his friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
See,
and I hope that this Christmas season, people can start to reconsider the way that they might have perceived you and start to treat you as just a regular, friendly member of the Christmas family alongside Santa and elves and shit.
Yeah, well said. All right, thanks, Mac.
All right, bye, gay Grinch.
I didn't mean to do that, Pepsi. I'm sorry.
Oh, Michael's back.
How you doing? I'm not going to wear this. What am I doing? I'm a grown man playing dress up.
I love that. Now, you do have a large mark on your forehead, presumably from unrelated activities. But the 3 minutes before we jumped on call, I thought, should I have found something to wear? And I'm glad that I didn't scrounge in those seconds to pull something really lame together because, nothing beats Christmas Grinch.
It was pretty interesting trying to explain what I bought to Laura. I've got all these masks. I didn't realize it was going to be a hard
inner shell.
mask.
Yeah. Also, I think our audio is going to be severely fucked for that first section because not the best way to hear a voice, but
Well, you can modulate it. It's the Christmas Grinch.
We'll modulate it. I'll pitch you up an octave as well.
I got a package when I ordered it last week. I got a package in the mail. Lauren goes, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, just a Grinch costume." All good. She didn't even ask why. She's like,
right. I mean, at this point, what's the point?
He's up to something.
Just on his bullshit. Welcome to Deep Thought, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in our 7th annual Christmas Song Spectacular episode. Oh, what a treat we have in store for you today, folks. Thank you so much. This is a podcast in which we talk about the things that matter, and sometimes we write songs for each other. Sitting through the internet with me this week, my good friend, Michael. Hello.
Hello. Hello, ho ho.
Hello, ho ho, and a Merry Christmas to all. Or, whatever holidays do you celebrate, We're not limiting it here.
He's
Christmas
gone
is
woke
for
again.
everyone. He's gone woke.
You know what that means? He's gone broke.
Yeah. Well, let's bring back the PC police segment because we had a gay Grinch on to kick off the episode. And my name's Nick. Hello. Hi. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, man.
What are we drinking?
White wine. White wine. White wine. Oh, I can't. Now I'm distracted by this.
You're fixated on the
I look like I've been
your...
married off in India.
You do.
How you got? How's your week been with the?
With the what?
With like the song and
yeah. It was kind of a stressful week, to be honest. I always seem to be right up to the finish line, and maybe that just speaks to my work style of having a deadline. But I finished a version of this that I was truly happy with about an hour and a half ago.
Nice.
And I had versions I could have put up before then, but it's nice to use them most of the time you have. But I definitely felt the days slipping away this week. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I love doing these songs. I really do. It's one of my the biggest joys of my life is doing these songs. But like I said, texted you last night. It is the amount of work that it takes to do this is just like, it doesn't make any sense. But that's kind of the beauty of it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the podcast writ large. We've said that for a while. The funniest part about it is putting in so much effort. I last year, if you recall, my computer was in a complete technological meltdown. It was 6 years old and it was incapable of even recording for more than 3 seconds in a row. So I was really fighting uphill battles. This year it was very nice. It was working for the most part smoothly, but I just had I had goals and I had time pressure, and that produces results, but it also adds stress. I can't wait. I think we should talk about the topics we're going to talk about this week and not do too much preamble, because there's something exciting to wait for at the end of the episode.
Well, I got a few things to chat to you about.
Please, yeah.
So you might have seen that There'll Be Blood's back in the news for all the wrong reasons.
I didn't see that. No, I haven't seen anything about that.
You didn't see Tarantino's comments about Paul Dano?
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Do you have any thoughts about that? That was crazy.
Let's recap for people, Michael.
So Tarantino did a podcast, and for some reason, I mean, he's prone to going off on rants and even slagging off other people, other directors, actors, whatever. But he just went kind of really vicious with Paul Dano. He said There'll Be Blood would be his favorite movie of the last century, of this century, if it weren't for Paul Dano's terrible performance. Called him a weak actor. Said he ruined the whole movie. And now Hollywood, there's been billboards put up of Paul Dano. Everyone's rallying behind Paul Dano now and kind of supporting him in the wake of these vicious comments. So yeah, it's kind of been a good thing in a way, because Paul Dano, I think Ethan Hawke said this on a podcast the other day, that it's the comments were shit and would be shit to hear, but now Paul Dano's gotten this opportunity to have the world say, "Hey, we love you, we like you."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good and bad.
Yeah, I agree. I saw that, and my only reaction to that was, what the fuck is Tarantino doing? Like, because it is such an unprofessional move, and it immediately sours my perception of him as a person way more than it would have had any influence on swaying my opinion of Paul Dano. I mean, he is a modern character actor, right? Paul Dano is not a leading man, and he plays different roles.
He goes for it.
A huge diversity of roles with such conviction and, sinking into a character. And, he's beloved. And I think it's right that so many people stood up and were like, no, we like him. Same with like Matthew Lillard. Did you see that as well? There was that side swipe as well. And of course, everyone's out here and by all accounts, Lillard is a wonderful person and very sweet and very, likable. And again, perhaps to a lesser extent that Dano's got, but there's this rallying effect. It makes me think less of him as a director, because what kind of professional goes out there and slags off someone who he had nothing to do, wasn't working with, had no interactions with, just in public for what? What a strange choice.
It's deep-seated. One of the film podcasts I listened to, they had a theory that Tarantino initially wanted to be an actor, and he didn't have the looks, and this film podcast said that they think Tarantino sees himself in Paul Dano, and he thinks they're like the same, but he's seen Paul Dano's his acting career go off, because Paul Dano similarly has he's not great looking guy. He's kind of an ordinary looking guy, maybe.
Yeah.
I would say Tarantino is ugly, though. So I think Paul Dano is
definitely more attractive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think probably the first thing I saw him in would have been Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking great movie, and he's great in it. Yeah. Particularly in that moment where he finally speaks and screams and, whatever. And it has such emotional weight. And you could have cast anyone there to just be mopey, but he's acting. He's properly acting that whole film, and then he has this showcase scene, and it's fantastic. And he was a kid. If you look back at him now, he would have been 21 or something.
He's had some great roles.
He's a baby.
The Beach Brian, what's his name? Brian, the Beach Boys guy. That was a great movie. And you know about There'll Be Blood. I mean, I've seen that movie more than probably anyone in the world,
even more than PCA.
And I will say, up against Daniel Day-Lewis, when I first watched the movie, tonally it felt a little bit off. I did register that Dano wasn't quite there, but who's going to be in that caliber? Daniel Day-Lewis. Tarantino suggested Austin Butler.
What?
He was like, Austin Butler would have been great in that role. I was like, fuck you.
That is so bizarre.
It's so weird.
That's so weird. And also, correct me if I'm wrong here, wasn't Paul Dano a last minute recast of that role? Wasn't it someone else?
He was meant to play if you remember, it was Eli Sunday and Paul Sunday. They
Yeah.
they were they were meant to be different people
Yeah, right.
initially, but then the first actor who was going to play Paul Dano's role couldn't hack it up against Daniel Day Lewis's method acting. So then last minute they rewrote it as twins. So he played both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that context as well, like, again, a last minute, suddenly you thought you had a small part, like with one scene, and now you have, like, the effective, like, two-hander opposite probably the greatest living actor. Good luck. You've got a weekend. Get ready.
And honestly, I'll say that his performance in that movie has aged really well. Like, I notice subtleties about it every time I watch it.
Mm. Yeah, it just makes me look back at Tarantino, right? Because he's had this kind of wanky thing forever, right? He's going to do 10 movies and then he's going to retire, right? And he's got one left and he's sort of dawdling, and it was going to be a Star Trek one, and then it was going to be like a spin-off of something, and then he was going to do, blah, blah, blah. And it keeps changing and changing because he's clearly got an ego about himself, right?
Yeah.
Like, he knows he's hot shit. And I think that this is an example of him, stepping past that line, where if he was in his head thinking, well, I'm going to be making movies for the next 30 years, you probably wouldn't go out there and start saying this shit,
No. Never really gotten into Tarantino movies. I mean, I
must admit that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, stylized violence for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him credit for the evolution of cinema that he ushered in when, some of those early films started to come out. Like, he did very much set a trend and push in a direction. But yeah,
to me, they're popcorn flicks. There's no, I don't connect with his movies at all. It's just like entertainment.
I think that's fair to me. I don't find an emotional heart in a lot of what he's like. I can respect them or they're clever or whatever, but
but he's put in the same like category as the Coens and the PTAs, and I'm like, he's down a little, I think, in my book.
So there goes our directing career, Michael. But
shots fired.
You know what? We'll stand with Paul Dano any day.
Just one more thing on while we're on Hollywood, baby.
Yeah.
So I can't remember if we talked about Shalamumu. I think it would have been this time last year because he did the Oscar. He's doing the Oscars circuit at the moment, and it was last year as well. And remember, he started giving speeches at like the Golden Globes saying, "I want to be the greatest actor of all time." And
yeah, I do remember that.
And I think we discussed it, and I remember feeling that like I should be repulsed by this kind of self-assuredness, this like just kind of so out in the open. But I was kind of
desire. Yeah,
I was kind of charmed by it at the time. I was like, oh, he's like I don't know, for some reason. Anyway, I just saw I read an interview with him the other day, and he's ramped it up to 11. This is a quote from a recent interview that Chalamet gave. Right, this is for his movie Marty Supreme that's coming out. This is the quote. This is probably my best performance. It's been like 7-8 years that I've been handing in really committed, top of the line performances, and it's important to say it out loud because the discipline and the work ethic I'm bringing to these, I don't want people to take for granted. This is some really top level shit.
Jeez.
Huh? Yeah, that's intense, man.
How old is he now? 27.
I'll guess 27 as well. 29.
Okay, well, that's
29. We win.
Really amped up the stakes.
29 is too young to be doing this. I don't think any age is good.
I mean, it explains it though. It's very 20-year-olds behavior, right? Like it's I'm going to be the greatest thing in the world. That's your 20s.
I think he is great. Like I think he is a fantastic actor, and I think he is a true artist. But hide it, man. Don't do that.
I mean, I said this last year. I can't think of a Chalamet performance that I really liked. I struggle with him a bit. I've seen the Dune movies. I don't really like them very much. I haven't seen like Wonka or anything like that. Call Me by Your Name didn't do it for me. That was where he started coming up.
Did you see Beautiful Boy?
No,
That was all right.
is
That
that
was probably his
yeah?
best one. But yeah, I'm the same.
But I think that the most I've liked him is on SNL when he's just doing fully committed stuff to very silly stuff. I'm like, okay, well that's kind of fun. Like, yeah, but I'm yet to really buy in.
Yeah.
What do you
All
think
right.
about the state of like current up and coming movie stars? Like the next generation. We have the Andrew Garfields, the Emma Stones, like the people that came up when we were coming up. They're sort of our gen, but now they're moving into slightly older roles. Slightly,
They're
it still
becoming
weirds me out that
parents
like
now. Yeah.
Dakota Fanning is playing like mothers and things like that because she was the kid in War of the Worlds. This
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing. But now we've got this new gen. You've got your Austin Butlers, you've got your Chalamets, you've got Zendaya's. Where do you sit on the next gen of like 2020s movie star?
I don't love Austin Butler at all. I don't really. I don't know. I don't. Something about him. Zendaya. I don't know. Barry Keegan maybe is one that I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
like.
Sydney Sweeney, Paul Mescal.
Sweeney stinks. Who else have we got?
But you agreed with her politics, though.
Oh, I mean, that's the best thing about it. Florence Pugh is good.
Florence Pugh, I like, yeah.
Paul Mescal, I like.
Jacob Elordi.
I just learned he's Australian.
Jacob Elordi.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Doesn't present
Glenn
as
Powell.
Australian. Glenn Powell stinks. Anyway, I like people. I like actors that take risks, but I don't care. These Tom Hollands and they're just bland to me. I don't know.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Never seen anything that she's been in.
You didn't see Last Night in Soho?
Nah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You know who I really liked, but he's gone off the rails? Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I mean they've had some issues.
Yeah, but he was a great actor. Like we need to talk about Kevin.
They go by they.
Okay, we need to talk about Kevin. Was a great movie. Shia LaBeouf always got a
Also gone well off.
What else? Let's move off Hollywood. Maybe this is boring.
I just want to say very briefly that I've been watching Stranger Things, and Millie Bobby Brown is the star of it, and she is 21 or something, and she's married to John Bon Jovi's son. John Bon Jovi's son. John Bon Jovi's son, and she's had a kid, and it is very disconcerting because she looks like a young woman with, there's no way to say this, childbearing hips, and it's just she's meant to be like a 14-year-old still. It's very disconcerting.
Pepsi literally won't go near me.
I've got a question for you, perhaps in the vein of the hypotheticals, but also perhaps in the vein of a science news, and it's somewhere in between.
Pick a vein.
Pick a vein or pick a lane. You'll see why that's clever in just a minute. I want to talk about cars, Michael. Mm-hmm. Here's my hypothetical for you. For public safety, should the cars that we drive on the roads be automatically speed limited to the maximum speed of the road that you're driving on? There's my hypothetical. Cars cannot speed anymore. They are capped at the speed of the speed limit. Michael, what do you think about this prospect?
That's fine, but what about emergencies? That's the only issue I could see.
So what kind of emergency like there's a car swerving at you, or you mean like
I was just thinking
maybe
if you just needed to do a big poo, if you got diarrhea and you're on the M5.
Yeah,
that sounds like a highway, doesn't it?
It seems like that's a risky way to go about solving that problem.
What?
If you have to shit and instead you're going to drive at 90 and a 60, I mean, That's
We've all done
probably
it.
more likely.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
We've all sped to avoid a shit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You can pass this law if you want.
You think? Okay, I expected more pushback from you, but
I
yeah,
don't really care. I don't care.
okay.
You can do whatever
You're
you
not a
want.
speed freak.
I'm not. I go maybe. You know what? If I'm going on a big road trip, say like 3 hours or whatever, I'll probably sit at about 10 kilometers. Well, maybe 8 kilometers over the speed limit consistently. So not much, but chips. Over time,
Yeah.
kind of reduces the time that it takes.
I like a cruise control on a road trip, but I'll set it at the speed limit, and I just
You sit at the speed limit.
sit back, relax, shut my eyes, just have a nap.
Nerd.
But with the confidence that I'm not speeding. I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's precedence here because like e-scooters, I don't know if this is true over there as well, but a lime will be speed limited. They cap how fast it can go based on the area that you're in, or just as a generic factory setting, I suppose. And pretty soon we'll have the technology for that kind of thing. There are questions there perhaps around like government monitoring, whether that data is logged somewhere, whether there's a privacy concern. But I think undeniably speeding kills people, right? The slower you go, the far greater chance you have of surviving in an accident. Particularly vehicle-on-vehicle accidents. So reducing that speed remotely would be a practical way to minimize that kind of harm. But of course, people do have that response of like, well, what about an emergency? What about, my right to drive however fast I want to drive? What about blah, blah, blah?
Would the police cars and emergency services vehicles?
I would guess that you'd allow that. Yeah, I think you would probably have an exception so that, ambulances and things could get places efficiently. That seems reasonable to me.
My friend Tom, I'm not saying he was speeding, but my friend Tom, you met Tom at my wedding, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he rides motorcycle. He just fell off his motorcycle and fractured ribs, broken toes, moon boot. So yeah, shout out to poor little Tommy out there.
Yeah, get better soon.
We wish you a speedy recovery. But also, you've gotten 10% cooler because it's pretty
motorcycle
cool.
accident.
It's pretty cool, pretty hot.
I gotta say, I have to admit, and this is no comment on Tom, but I don't understand the appeal of motorbikes. It just seems like a lot more work and risk for a lot less fun to me. I don't know. I guess you have to be like a ridey bike person.
No, I totally get motorbikes. I will get my...
Well, you basically had a motorbike when we were at the cinemas.
We've always had motorbikes in my family, like little scooters, Vespa things. But
Yeah.
My
Sorry,
dad
that's what I'm
rides...
thinking. Yeah, you had a Vespa scooter, not a motorbike. Yeah.
Why are you making that? What are you doing right now? I don't like. I don't get it. I did have a Vespa scooter. What?
I know.
Well, it's not a motorcycle. It's not like a Harley Davidson. Tom rides a
exactly. Okay, that's whatever. My point.
Well, I totally get it. It's one. You're just alone, and you can go wherever you want. It's freedom. It is ultimate freedom.
That's what cars are. What's different?
Cars are in a thing. You're enclosed in a car.
You like having the wind in your hair.
Yes, in my helmet.
Idiot, you've got a helmet on.
Nice. No, I totally get it. I can't wait to have one.
Can you listen to music on a motorbike?
I don't think so. It would be hard. Maybe by the time I get a motorcycle license, they'll work out. AirPods will flatten.
Fit in the yeah.
Because I'd like to be able to sleep with my AirPods on, but it is an issue. So, Steve Jobs.
Maybe you just need a pillow with a little divot in it.
Yeah, my pillow situation is fucked up right now, dude.
What does that mean?
It's painful to sleep on. We just got a new mattress. We went through that whole thing, and I've just had a shitty pillow, and I haven't replaced my pillow, and it's quite bad. It's quite bad.
I have to tell you, here's a little bit of a insider's pillow tip from Mr. Migraines over here, who really cares about pillow and neck position, because otherwise I get headaches.
Yeah.
The best pillow I've ever bought is the Ecosa pillow. It has a little bit of a curve to it, a little bit of a shapely, nook for the head, and I spent a little bit more extra dough and got the cooling pillow, which has a special silky exterior which keeps it genuinely cooler than any other pillow I've ever used. So if you love that like sexy flip over the pillow in the middle of the night to get the cool side vibe,
big sexy flip.
leave that flip alone, because you can just sleep on this pillow for longer and it stays cooler. Oh, bliss.
Wow. And if you enter Deep Fort,
The promo
in the
code
checkout,
DeepFort.
you will get nothing.
You will get 0%
nothing.
discount.
You'll get what everyone else gets.
That's just an endorsement from the heart. How old is your pillow?
Look at his face.
Yeah, the Grinch is back.
I've never made that face before. It's quite a good one.
Well, lucky we're recording the video and you can put this up as the clip from this episode. I'm sure it's the most important part.
What were you saying?
I was saying, how old is your pillow?
I don't even know. It's just it feels like cardboard, honestly. The thing is, I don't, because I've never bought we were going to buy a proper grown up mattress that we were investing in, and
Yeah.
we'd have
quality,
we had a few
size,
years.
yep.
I've never done that before. I've only ever bought off Marketplace or had them given to me. So I'd never gone mattress shopping, and it is as bad as you think it would be, because we're going to this like hub that has like literally 7 bedding stores in it. They're all in this hub. It's like the Sleepy Nook. And go in the first one, and the salesmen are right there in your face, and they're getting
to
you.
help.
They're getting you to sleep, and you have to lie down on the mattresses, each one. And there's like 100, and they're like, "What do you think about this one? What do you think about this one?" And I'm like, "Fuck!" It was the worst. It was the worst thing ever. And they're all trying to sell you.
Did
something.
you not enjoy it though? Like lying on the beds? Like
No.
You're famously someone who likes to go to the supermarket and just have a browse. So what part of this doesn't scratch that itch?
First of all, the vulture salesman. It was Black Friday as well, so they're thirsty. I feel like I'm getting ripped off by everyone. I feel like I'm in a cat in an alleyway, just going, get away, like that. And also, I don't know what I like. So how would I know? So they've got like different levels of firmness.
What do you mean you don't know what you like?
Well, I hadn't
Like
really.
if you lie on it, can you not feel intuitively whether it is or isn't good?
No, I need someone to tell me what I like.
Just
what I
lying down
prefer.
and then you're like, do I like this?
Well, I did figure out that I like firm mattress. So
Yeah, I like it firm.
So Lauren and I, we got a firmie.
Is it there? Do you have it?
Yeah, arrived last week.
So are you happy with it? Like, are you enjoying?
Yeah, I mean, I did bleed on it the other day. I haven't told Lauren yet.
What?
Yeah, I got some blood on it.
How? Why? Do I want to know?
I must have cut my leg, and then I went to bed, and there's this blood in the mattress. So I don't think she listens.
Well, these
to
days
this.
you can take the topper off. That should be washable. Cold water.
What's the topper?
The topper, like the exterior of the mattress tends to be removable.
Well, I hope
Depends
you're
what
right.
you got. Did you get like a memory foam?
Memory foam? No.
Okay. Well,
No. But yeah, that's
that's this week's episode of Sleep Fort. Distinct, of course, from Blanket Fort, but finally nice to use that name.
What about the? No, I can't be bothered talking about that. Oh, we haven't talked about the Netflix Warner Brothers thing.
That's true. You wanted to move away from Hollywood, but we can put that in.
They just bring me back, baby.
I sent you this link to the news that Netflix has placed in a successful bid accepted by Warner Brothers to buy the movie studio and the subsidiaries of Warner Brothers Entertainment, which includes places like HBO. And Michael's response was, quote, "This is my 9/11."
I was genuinely so devastated. I was so sad. Hit me good.
Go on.
Well, it's just everything that I feared was going to happen. Like Netflix just becoming like a monopoly, and Netflix doesn't make good stuff. HBO does. HBO makes the best stuff. And is everything just going to go to streaming? Theaters are going to die. Just all the joy is gone. I was so bummed out all day. And Lauren was like, "Why do you look so sad?" And I said, maybe because big tech is eroding one of my joys in life. I don't know.
And what did she say?
She tuned out. She's not really interested in that sort of stuff. But yeah, devastating. Do you think it's going to happen? Is it confirmed?
It's not well, it needs to go through regulatory approval.
And Trump's getting involved, right?
All of the options are bad. The other one that was putting in a bid and that got very shirty that it wasn't taken up was Paramount Skydance.
Yeah, I saw that. They made a hostile bid or whatever it's called.
Hostile bid. They're backed by a lot of Saudi Arabian money. Nice. They have Jared Kushner in there, so that's where the Trump angle of it. So they are really pissed off because they were negotiating with Warner Brothers Discovery about this, David Zaslav, and then Netflix came in and offered them better terms. And I think the major argument that Netflix made was this will get regulatory approval and Paramount won't, because Paramount already owns a whole bunch of streaming stuff and cable networks and stuff, and Netflix doesn't, and cinema stuff as well. So they have a better chance of being approved, on monopoly laws and anti-competitive laws if Netflix is the buyer. And then Paramount's argument was, we're confident we'll get it through this government, aka Jared Kushner is part of this deal, aka we'll give a wink and Donald Trump will stamp this through. But so far it is Netflix. Netflix is confirmed to have won the bidding process.
Yeah, well, fuck. But HBO will still, I know they're buying Warner Brothers, but they'll still keep the HBO brand.
The brand will exist,
but they'll just have the finger in the pie.
Correct. And the commentary made by what's the head of Netflix? Reed Hastings?
Ted Sarandos.
Ted Sarandos. Sarandos has made comments about cinema, calling it outdated, a vestige of the past. Anytime that someone like Rian Johnson cooks a deal with them to do a couple of movies like the Knives Out thing and tries to get a cinema release, Netflix puts out the absolute least effort cinema release version that they can. It was in cinemas for a week and now it's on streaming, Yeah. So they really don't value it in the way that Hollywood has historically. And you understand why, because it's counter to their own business model.
Well, this is the really disappointing thing, is that Netflix is essentially a tech company. And Amazon is a tech company. These tech companies are now Apple. Why are these tech companies the ones that are producing movies now? The nerds it doesn't make any sense. They're in government. Big tech is just becoming ruling everything, including art and policy. And it's just I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it. Yeah, putting my foot down.
I'm sure they appreciate your opinions, but you'll just have to wait on hold for 3 to 4 hours to get through to someone to voice them.
Wait.
We'll wait. And I'll choose jazzy music, please. The answer to your question is, why are they doing it? It's because they have an order of magnitude more money than Hollywood does. A tech company, Apple has $1 trillion, and Hollywood simultaneously has seen its business models start to crumble because, TV shows used to be financially backed by ads. When they'd aired on TV, they would make money from ad sales, from people watching and then that would hold value, which would flow back into creators and prop up the ecosystem. Once streaming happened and subscriptions happened, all of a sudden that model was just completely blown up, and it started to crumble. So you have tech companies with capital to spend, Hollywood with less money than ever, and so you're starting to see these conglomerates come together. Now, I will actually say, of all of the streamers, I think Apple is the HBO. They make a standard of show which I would rank, you know, generally better than just about anyone else's. And I think that's because they hired 2 ex-HBO guys. So they got TV people in, and they're running the shop like a prestige outlet, and they're spending Apple money to make the kind of weird quality shit that they used to at HBO.
Yeah, Apple is good. I think Netflix is just going for quantity more than anything.
Netflix does not care about what they make anymore. It's about eyeballs and attention and login time. It's about stopping you from leaving Netflix.
Yeah, I saw they've got games on there now. I'm like, what kind of idiot's going to play games on Netflix?
Well, they've tried that for ages. It hasn't been very successful.
Because
that's been around for
idea.
Years.
You know what they should? I'm surprised that none of these streamers, Netflix mostly, haven't opened their own movie theater.
Well, Netflix bought a couple of movie theaters. They
for fuck's sake!
No, they bought a couple of movie theaters to try and counter the narrative that they don't care about it. So there's like one place in LA and one place in New York where they bought an old theater and they prop it up basically. But I can't remember the story. There was something about what happens when you go to see a movie. Like the pre-roll trailers are all like Netflix ads or something like that. Something weird. Ads for Netflix shows.
Netflix is insane with that. Comedy specials, like that. Every Netflix comedy special, they mention Netflix. You know, they do the bum bum. They have like inside jokes, so then try and make it cute. And it's like, oh, we're referencing ourselves. It's like, this is dark. This is greediness, and it's ruining my experience. Yeah.
It makes the fact that Apple made the studio kind of interesting, I think, as well, because that is an insider's Hollywood take on the movie industry made by a streamer. You know, I don't know that Netflix would ever make something as acerbic or sharp as the studio and their channels. They don't care about that kind of thing anymore.
No. No, we're really going after some people today. Tarantino, Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Chalamet.
Chalamet, watch out.
Chalamet.
Hey, Michael, you got some science news for me?
You bet your ass I do.
Play the jingle. It's that time. Time for science news.
So, how about this? Chimps are sticking grass and sticks in their butts, seemingly as a fashion trend. This is legit.
You could have told me this was a weird news, but go ahead.
It's blurry. I'll give you that. It is blurry. But this is legit, okay? A group of chimpanzees in Zambia have resurrected an old-fashioned trend with a surprising new twist. 15 years after a female chimpanzee named Julie first stuck a blade of grass in her ear and started a hot new craze among her cohort at the wildlife orphanage in Zambia, an entirely new group of chimps at the refuge have started doing a similar thing. Quote, "We were really shocked that this had happened again." Jake Booker, a psychologist and great apes researcher at Durham University, said, "We were even more shocked that they were doing their own spin on this by also inserting grass and sticks into a different orifice." Just say asshole, Jake. The chimps, he says, have been putting blades of grass and sticks into their ears and anuses, and I don't know why I said that, and simply letting them dangle there for no apparent reason. The study published in the journal Behavior last week sheds new light on how social cultural trends spread and change among our primate cousins much like they do amongst humans.
So that's why you've been sticking blades of grass up your ass.
No, I've just been doing that to feel good. Nothing to do with fashion.
Okay.
But yeah, how about that? There's fashion in the chimp world, and they are weird.
I like it. It reminds me of, was it orca that were wearing dead salmon on their heads?
Oh yeah, you told me that,
Like
right?
some pod of whales. I don't know if we did talk about this on the pod or maybe you just discovered it, but I'm pretty sure orca had been spotted just killing a salmon, then just wearing it around just for the fun of it or for the look, or just to impress people. But like, hey, I've got some food here hanging out on my head.
Yeah.
Aren't I cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
I love finding out that animals are weird little freaks.
Yeah, they are dolphins. I sent you the photo
Ooh.
in the messenger just to give you a visual. It does look pretty good. I will give them that.
That's a lot more grass than I expected
it's quite a lot
it to
of
be.
grass.
That's a full tuft.
It's a tail.
That's a sod. It's a tail.
But
That is okay. If you check your chapter notes right now, you'll get a clear picture. And yeah, that is more grass than I expected. And credit to them.
Credit to the chimps.
Yeah, credit to them.
I mean, we think that's silly, but like they would look at us and think, why?
What are we doing?
Why are you wearing, socks?
Yeah, that's probably the big one for them. The idea of socks. Yeah, not fully clothed bodies or anything like that.
Capes. Were capes ever like a thing that people wore? And that's why would you wear a cape?
I mean, historically, it was like a temperature thing, right? Like
Was
it was
it?
actual warm.
Oh.
Like if you wore like a down to your ankles cape thing, that's like a windbreak almost, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't work out what purpose a cape would serve, but I think bring them back.
Let's have a quick search of the Wikipedia for capes. A cape is a clothing accessory that hangs loosely or connects at the neck or shoulders. Okay, we're talking about the right thing. The first known usage was unknown, but some early references are from ancient Roman military uniforms.
Oh.
They have had periodic returns to fashion. They're often highly decorated with elaborate embroidery and remain in regular use as rainwear. Rainwear. Okay.
How?
Rich noblemen and elite warriors of the Aztec Empire would wear tilmatli, a Mesoamerican cloak or capes used as a symbol of their upper status.
Wow.
The more elaborate and colourful tilmatlis were strictly reserved for elite high priests, emperors, and the eagle warriors, as well as jaguar warriors.
The status.
When I was at high school, the kid that turned up to school in a cape was the nerd. It was like the person who really liked the fantasy novels and, the Lord of the Rings and that sort of thing. And they were wearing the cape because capes were what, the sorcerers wore or something like that.
And now these people are working at Netflix.
Yes. Hey, I got a bit of a science news here as well, since we're in the area. Mm-hmm. New COVID virus found in wild Brazilian bats. Scientists have identified a new coronavirus in Brazilian bats, which carries a key genetic feature also found in SARS-CoV-2, the pathogen that causes COVID-19. The virus, called BRZ-BAT-CoV, I mean, you've got to give them points for that. BAT-CoV, that's cool to say.
That is awesome.
Was found in a mustached species of bat, common across much of Latin America. It's likely that the pathogen has long been spreading unnoticed, as sampling in the region is limited. Genetic sequencing of the virus, which was not isolated but studied digitally, shows it carries a furin cleavage site, similar to that found in SARS-CoV-2.
I'm listening.
This is the part of the COVID virus that allows it to unlock and enter human cells, and some had questioned whether SARS-CoV-2 had been engineered in a laboratory because it had not been seen before. But Dr. Kosuke Takada, a co-author of the preprint, which is yet to be peer-reviewed, said the discovery in Brazil, quote, demonstrates that similar molecular features can arise independently in different viral lineages through natural evolutionary processes. So whether or not this is a threat to humans, who knows, who cares right now. But it does suggest that the ability to enter human cells can be derived from nature, not in a lab, which was a big sort of lingering question behind the lab leak theory. So I just wanted to circle back to that.
Where are you reading this article? The Wuhan Times?
Oh, got me.
Let's go. Should be fine. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about.
What are the odds we'd go through 2 pandemics in our lifetime? I mean, come on.
I mean, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty if it is.
Yeah. I mean, I fully agree. I really hope we don't have to, because people will not conform to safety standards like they did the first time.
It will be Armageddon. It will be.
Yes. Anyway, that was just my little bit of an aside, because I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
You know what else is interesting, Michael? The release of a new video game trailer. This past week, some friends and I were lucky enough to have our brand new video game, Go Fish, spelled with a PH, showcased in the Frosty Fest Mini Games Showcase. And it featured music from a certain special someone, Michael.
Who?
The Gay Grinch.
Yeah, don't worry
laughed
about
too unhappily.
Yeah, how exciting, man! Very exciting. The trailer looks awesome. Are you pumped?
I am pumped. It's very exciting. So we have been working on this game most of this year now, I think. It is a indie game. There's a small studio that we've established, 3 people plus Mikey for the music. It is a Go Fish, the traditional card game, but a variant with like supercharged suits and abilities and mods and items and things. If you've played Balatro, if you've played Solitaire Conspiracy, if you've seen any of that sort of modern reinvention of the card game, it is in that vein. I'll pop the link in our chapter title. Go and check out the trailer. And if you are someone who uses Steam to play video games, it would really, really help us if you added it to the wish list, because that puts it in front of more people. So,
and you got quite a few already, right?
We do have quite a few. We had a nice little, because we debuted this announcement trailer in the Frosty Games Fest. We got a nice surge of wish lists in that first couple of days. We're all over social media and everything as well. But if you play games out there, if you want to support an indie title, it would really mean a lot to me for you to check it out. And it features excellent music from Michael, who's going to be scoring the whole game.
Yes, if I don't get fired for plagiarism first. I don't want to really talk about that because I'll die. But it was really cool watching watching the showcase on that Wednesday morning, because it's such a completely different world than what I know, and it was just so cool to see all these independent developers presenting their game ideas, and just like it was quite short and accessible for a guy like me.
Yep.
And I was just like, fuck, all these people are really really clever.
Yeah, it is. It's been a bugbear of fans of video games for many years, the idea that it is often dismissed as a toy in the eyes of many people, probably older generations, and that video games are not art in the way that music is art or cinema is art or whatever. But then when you look at the amount of energy, craft, inventiveness, persistence, creativity that goes into being a small team and making something a huge labor of love for often many years and putting it out into the world with the risk that no one will ever really see it, or you won't make that money back. That is as pure an art form as pottery or painting or music is, for much of the same gratification as well.
There's also way more moving parts to do something like that than any other art form, I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that for you, we're excited to have you doing music, but it is a different field than what you normally hang around in. So I'm glad that seeing it in the context of another game showcase sort of helped register a little bit, what it is we're working towards and what's out there in terms of variety of ideas. And this was a specifically Australian and New Zealand showcase as well. So these were all local creators. It's cool.
Yeah. And it's fun just to, it's been really fun already just trying to working it out, kind of together. It's like, I've never I've never made music for a game before, and interactive music is basically what you're doing, and it's just it's really interesting just trying to fumble my way through that. It's quite cool.
Yeah, so keep an eye out, add it to your wish list, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it more. We should also talk more about Butcherbird. You hyped it up last week, but the latest Slemons track has dropped. I think it's great. I think it's really, really cool. Do you want to talk us through it at all?
I'm a bit set. So I planned these. I'm really bad at social media. I don't want to do it. I'm not releasing this music to achieve anything in particular, but I do, at least after spending so much time working on these songs, like at least give it a push. But man, like I made 2 posts about the song, and I felt like I was making people sick with like my self-promotion. But
I can speak for everyone and say that that's not true. People are not going to be sick of it.
Well,
they're excited to hear music.
I'm trying to at least make it somewhat interesting. I mean, the songs that I'm making with this project, I'm kind of building them around like real sounds that I'm recording. So there is a story that I can tell behind it, however small that is. So I'm trying to do that, but it's just social media is not my thing. But people have been very nice about the song, and it's been added to a bunch of playlists, like kind of big ones. One called Chill Sadness, which I thought was funny.
That's great.
Yeah, but it was good, and thanks for everyone who listened and whatever. I'll go away now. Bye bye.
Check it out as well. I'll pop that link in the show notes. It's really good.
Thanks.
Now, speaking of music, we've got things to get to, but before we do that, if you've enjoyed this episode, then please go back through and listen to some of our previous ones, such as last year's Christmas one. We have 7 years of songs now, and all of them are bangers. I encourage you to go check them out. You can also get in contact with us by reaching out at deepfort@gmail.com. You can find us on the social media that Michael hates, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can rate us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Even leave a comment there if you would so like. And you can have a wonderful holiday season and just celebrate some time off, hopefully, with the people around you that matter most.
Lovely.
Alrighty, Michael, it is that time of year. How has this season's Christmas writing been for you?
It's been probably the longest time I've spent on a song, but...
Is that right?
Yeah. I had the idea a long time ago, like at the start of the year, and I've just kind of been chipping away at it.
Wow. So in raw hours or just in terms of like calendar days?
What do you mean?
You spent more time of it actually working on it, or you just mean I had this idea in January and so it started 11 months ago?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Okay, right.
Yeah. How about you?
I had the idea a while ago, and then I've had sort of interrupted last few months. I've had quite a lot of work. I had people staying with us. I've had to like really cluster into very sort of hyperactive a couple of days of work and then not touch it for a few weeks,
right,
which is a little bit like stilted in terms of a process. But I sent you a message in the depths of despair when you're in that point where it's absolutely terrible, and as always you just chip away at it and then it ends up somewhere that you're really happy with. So
yeah,
I might actually kick us off this year. I think you started us last time, so I don't know that there's much preamble that I need to give you.
Give me the good stuff, man. Give it to me.
Let's just kick into my song here. Michael, this is my song for the year, White Elephant.
I love it already.
Babe, I'm feeling dirty. Santa's on his grift. I set the trap as I unwrap a tantalizing gift. Babe, the wheels are turning, I see it in your eyes. You point at me for all to see and claim it as your prize.
Oh, yeah.
But then I say I want it and I take it back, and it's just for the hell of it, just for the hell of it. You start complaining and it's kinda sad, cause it's just for the elephant, just for the elephant.
So catchy.
Just for the elephant. Babe, I hear the jingle. Saint Nick's on his way. Chris must have his kringle, and all of us will play. Babe, I know you're hurting, but rules are there to break. You made your bed, now lie in it and live with your mistake. Because I have a sickness, I have a kink. I like to watch as the light fades out of everybody's eyes. They call me sadist, they call me Brutus. I just think this time of year there ought to be a Judas. I say I want it and I take it back, and it's just for the hell of it, just for the hell of it. You start complaining and it's kinda sad, cause it's just for the elephant, just for the elephant. You call me nothing but a shameless hack, and it's just so inelegant, just so inelegant. You say there's nothing in the rules like that, and it's just so irrelevant, just so irrelevant. Anything goes when you play white elephant, white elephant. Anything goes when you play white elephant, white elephant. Anything goes when you play white elephant, white elephant. Anything goes when you play white elephant, white elephant. I say I want it and I take it back, and it's just for the hell of it, just for the hell of it. You start complaining and it's kinda sad, cause it's just for the elephant, just for the elephant. You call me nothing but a shameless hack, and it's just so inelegant, just so inelegant. You say there's nothing in the rules like that, and it's just so irrelevant, just so irrelevant. Never hold back, never come flat, never crack, never sad sack, never lose an elephant. Always talk smack, always attack, always track, always come back, always win an elephant.
Oh shit. Oh shit. We got ourselves a hit here, folks. Nick, that is such an earworm.
Thank you very much.
Just for the hell of it, just for the hell of it. I'm gonna have that in my head forever, dude. It's so catchy and not in an annoying way. Honestly,
Thank you. It has been in my head forever. I woke up with it in my head this morning. You know, my goal this year was to write a pop song. I ended up, I think, more synth poppy or maybe like pop rocky, but you know,
it was pop, but like not trashy pop. It was like it was fun. It was fun, but I was already having listened to it once, just getting so excited about singing the choruses, and then I loved especially that the line, the synth line that you're echoing, or you're not echoing, but you're doing the same synth. I was doing that when I the sound of it was so pleasing to me. I was like, whoa, yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah, I listened back to it then, it is one of those things where it's so deep in it, and I've been really cramming it in the last couple of days to get it there. And just listening back to it then, I was like, shit, this really came together. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed it.
Right, that's what
Thank you.
That's what happens like when you get so stuck in the details of something like this that you're working on. Like getting perspective, it becomes almost impossible at certain points. So even just listening to it with someone else, like me, it can maybe give you more of an appreciation for it.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's your most accessible song as well. There's no weird Nick chords that you just throw in there. That's like,
excuse me. I think I threw one weird chord in.
I didn't register it. Usually my body tenses up a little bit. No offense.
Okay, good.
But I come to like it. But
Yeah. I appreciate that.
No, very fun. Very cool. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, quite a turnaround from Men of Trees last year as well. I always like to do
hard pivot,
something a little different each time. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
We also had a cameo halfway through from Goose in a glowing Santa hat, which I had not seen until KC opened the door, which is very cute. So
we had a little puppy party.
We had a dog bop. Yeah,
I love it. All right, so I have some news.
Ooh.
This is breaking news.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting down.
So, I would like to formally announce my retirement from Christmas song making.
Oh, no.
So this will no doubt come as a shock to everyone, but
yeah.
From this moment forward, there will be no more Christmas songs from me, Michael Zabrecki.
Oh, wow.
Michael Zabrecki is dead.
What happened? He died.
Well, as far as Christmas songs are concerned.
Okay, sure. He's still alive.
But from the ash emerges a new artist.
Okay.
Perhaps even more incredible, more dangerous, dare I say, more miserable. So
more miserable than Michael Zabrecki?
If it's possible. So without further ado, introducing the return of the artist formerly known as Zabi Stardust, I present to you Aladdin Slay with his brand new hit single, Dance With Me on Christmas Night. Take it away, Mr. Slay.
Tinsel clings to the sin of night. Best strips slowly the thrones in light. My velvet hands in the candles glow. Just kiss me once, then let me go. Under Christmas light. Perfume goes on, strangers. Every promise dissolves within like a stray moves on a marble floor. You can't say my name, 'cause it means no more. Under Christmas light, and kiss the
Holy shit, dude. I mean, say it every year, but this is our little Christmas present, and you have delivered another another incredible gift. Holy
I haven't
shit.
done anything. Aladdin.
Yeah. But you
Aladdin
no,
Slay.
you just raised my attention about the release of
Yeah.
the new track from Aladdin Slay. And for that I'm grateful.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a sad 80s Christmas song for you.
Yeah. Your ability to completely embody a genre and feel and tone so faithfully is crazy to me. Like, inevitably I try and aim for pop song and I still end up writing a Nick song, but you could have just put that on and I would have sincerely believed that it was of the era and of the artist that you're mimicking. It's unbelievable.
I really got into character for the vocals on this.
You did. That's
But
and it works.
like it's I had to wait for like Lauren to leave because there's even she was like, I'll put on noise cancelling headphones if you're recording vocals. I'm like, no, you don't get it's not that. It's just like I need to be what I'm doing is really dumb. And I just need to be completely alone to do that. And, I'm just like in the front of our house, just seeing people walk by. I think they can hear me, and I'm just going, no, do this like stupid Bowie 80s voice, and they're just thinking it's like a lady being murdered. But I mean, it was really fun to sing. In that style.
And you did it. I know, it's not necessarily the foot you like putting forward as much, but you crushed it. It was really good.
Yeah, I felt more confident being
in a character,
kind of
sincere. Yeah.
Which tracks, honestly. But it was really fun. So.
Oh fuck! Another good year. Will we ever fail, Michael, or are we just too good?
This is why we can't stop, because even if
depriving humanity,
even if we almost killed ourselves making these songs, when we presented them, we'd realize how incredible we are, and we'd be like, "There's no stop it. How could we can't do that to the world?
No.
We cannot do it to the world. It'd be selfish.
It would be selfish." Oh man, I can't wait to listen to it again. For everyone listening at home, you'll soon be able to check these on Spotify, pick them up as the upcoming Volume 2. We're 4 tracks into Volume 2 now. 7 years in. So yeah, go listen back there if you so wish. Michael, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone listening. Hope you have a wonderful time. We might try and sneak one more pod in before the end of the year. But if we don't see you, have a wonderful time.
Yeah, happy fucking holidays.
Happy fucking holidays.